I'm Jeff Matlow. Welcome to the best leadership podcast ever. Let's talk about the secret to success. When my daughter was 4 years old, she liked stealing my stuff and hiding it. It was usually my phone, my wallet, or my keys that would disappear all of a sudden. After all, they were my daily needs, and so it was the best to take if the goal was to make me search. In the morning, when it was time for me to leave to work, I'd inevitably be looking all over the house, trying to remember where I'd left the missing item. "Have you seen my keys?" I'd ask my daughter. "Nope," she'd reply without missing a beat or looking up from her breakfast. So I'd keep searching, in every drawer, under every cushion. Eventually, I'd realize she must have taken it. She wouldn't directly admit it, but inevitably it would turn into either a game of hot-cold or 20 questions until I finally found the item. I have to admit, it's kind of fun. Sure, she was proving adept at lying and stealing, but how could I get mad at her charmingly chubby cheeks and cartoon character commentary? It wasn't long before I discovered that she created 3 main hiding locations. After that, whenever I couldn't find something of mine and didn't have time for a game of Find It, I just look in the secret spots and it was usually there. In the end, it was all hiding in plain sight. I just had to look. Recently, I started working with a leader through my leadership coaching practice, and this leader feels like she has to be the smartest person in the room. She hasn't admitted that to me yet, nor have I suggested it to her, but it's pretty darn easy to figure out, both through her behavior and other people's reactions to her behavior. In my experience as a leadership coach, I've encountered many different leadership personalities. The smartest person in the room is one of the most challenging to address. Granted, it's not as challenging as the narcissists, but I'll save that discussion for a different box of Cracker Jacks. This leader, let's call her Susan, she feels a need to continually prove herself to others. She feels a need to be an expert in every single subject. It's just not doing her any favors. You see, there's this phenomenon called the Dunning-Kruger effect. It was discovered by a professor at Cornell and his sidekick. The Dunning-Kruger effect describes how the person who believes they are smartest in the room about a subject is usually the one with the least expertise on that particular subject. The reason this happens is that when people learn something and experience initial success with it, they often get to the point where they know just enough about the subject to feel expertly empowered, but not enough to recognize the vast amount they still need to learn. It's like me in golf. One of the most dangerous leadership personalities is the one that doesn't know that they don't know what they don't know. Instead, they think they know it all, but they don't. So what do my daughter, Susan, and the Dunning-Kruger effect have in common? They all exemplify a pretty important insight into personal growth. There are things in life that you can't see until you're actually ready to look for them. The good news is that the answers are usually hiding in plain sight. All the times my daughter hid my keys, she always put them in a not-so-challenging place to find. It was cute. It was a fun game. It's a memory that brings a smile on my face. But I wasn't seeing what I wasn't ready to look for. You see, she usually focused on hiding my phone, wallet, or keys. Those 3 things were what I always took with me when I left home. Her hiding them was a message to me that she didn't want me to travel so much. In hindsight, it's pretty darn obvious. But it wasn't until a global pandemic happened that I was ready to learn. The truth was hiding in plain sight. I just wasn't ready to find it. But when the economy shut down and I was forced to stay at home, I suddenly was ready to see the things I wasn't ready to see before. I've since reduced my business travel, and I gotta say, the relationship with my daughter is better than it's ever been in her entire life. As far as Susan goes, I'm pretty sure that she has no idea she's always acting like she's the smartest person in the room. In fact, when I have the discussion with her, I bet she's going to deny it. Then she'll consider it, then she'll feel embarrassed by it, and then maybe she'll change. The question is, when will she be ready to see it? I haven't brought it up with her yet because, honestly, I don't think she's ready. There are a few more things we're working on in our coaching relationship to help build up to greater self-awareness. But that's the thing about the people who fall victim to the Dunning-Kruger effect. They truly believe they know everything and will dismiss anybody who doesn't agree. It's not that they aren't open to the truth. It's just that they aren't ready to see it yet. If you think through your life, I'm sure you can come up with moments of clarity when you suddenly saw a different perspective about yourself. Maybe it was when you realized that trying to make everybody happy never works. Or maybe it was the moment you acknowledged your imposter syndrome. Or maybe it's when you recognized what your true strength and true calling really are. Only you know that moment of clarity. It's easy to feel shame about it when you're in the moment. I've been there, I know. It's easy to feel like you've wasted time being someone who isn't the real you. I've been there too. The reality, though, is that we all have a blind spot around who we are and what we do. It's not a disease, it's not a failure. It's just that life is a never-ending pothole-filled path of self-awareness. If you're a leader, my advice to you is to always lean into feedback. Understand your superpower and embrace your kryptonite. In fact, I created a leadership assessment that I do for people and companies that's pretty powerful. Go to bytitleonly.com and go to quizzes and you'll see a leadership assessment there. It's free. Feel free to take it. The main thing, though, is that you want to get feedback from others, the good and the bad, on who you are and how you conduct yourself, and choose to believe the results. Just remember, the most successful leaders are the ones who are ready to see the things they haven't been looking for. They're always hiding in plain sight. If you want to take that free leadership quiz, go to bytitleonly.com. You'll see it under quizzes. If any of this resonates with you, feel free to reach out to me. I am a leadership coach, an author, and a keynote speaker. If you like this, please subscribe, share it with a friend who might get value out of it. My name is Jeff Matlow. This is the best leadership podcast ever. I appreciate you, my friend. We'll talk to you next time.